welcome to the CTM NewsBreak, where we keep you up to date on what's happening right here in town. I'm Diane Sherritt-Steimel. A former Chelmsford librarian may be retired, but she's still trying to keep kids interested in reading.
There's a herd of elephants that found itself a recent visitor in the town because of a railroad wreck. That was all they had to say about it in the Courier on June 10th. Took them a while. I started this in the reference department at the library, and it's all about facts, getting the right information. It has to be factual. Down the street to one of my neighbors, who was a lot older than I was, and he had not only been in West Chelmsford in 1911, he went to the derailment scene the morning after it happened. He and his brothers went down to the train tracks, and he described a lot of what I was able to use in my story. Once I had the date, May 24th, 1911, I was able to go to the Center for Lowell History, the library, the Mogan Center, and I searched through all the newspapers. In those days, there were two papers, the Courier and the Sun. I didn't change things. I didn't put anything that, except the fact that it's fictional account. I think for me, that was most fun, was putting in the illustrations. And I probably have another 20 different illustrations that I did that didn't make it in here. At some point, you kind of have to stop. You can buy the book through the website, but if you're local, if you live in Chelmsford or, this area, it makes more sense just to go to either the Summer Street Grocers, Lala Books in Lowell, or the Triangle Store. These are three places that have offered to sell the book.
The DPW has been working to increase the town's declining tree cover. The new trees are a big commitment.
We're seeing that the tree canopy is declining at about 1 to 2% a year, which is really an alarming rate when you think about over 10 years. That's, could be up to 10%. We've planted over 100 trees this year, which is really incredible. It's about $100,000 in trees that we planted. 66 trees were planted here at the high school campus. That was our largest planting effort. So planting it is really easy. It's the how does it survive, especially that first summer or the second summer. So it's really critical that we establish a watering program for the first 2 years, at least the two years, and that's really what takes the most time. So think about if you have to put 20 gallons a week on a tree, and you have 100 trees, that's a lot of water a week in each location. So that effort is really what goes into the cost of maintaining a tree. Our hope is to plant more trees at some other sites and plant them in kind of these bulk areas, because if we plant 100 trees all over town, we have to also water all those locations. So we're trying to focus on where can we try to put the next 30 trees, and then we can also establish a watering program at that location.
Chelmsford's townwide cleanup was held back in the spring, but a resident is reminding all of us that we can pitch in anytime.
The trash really doesn't care when you pick it up. It's always there. And there's certain areas in Chelmsford that need more attention than others. So if you want to clean up just around your house, your street, that's fine. If you want to volunteer to a little bit more, that's also great, because I notice some of the busiest streets, some of the underpasses on the highway, some of the entrances to our town, like the entrance and exit to 495, are great areas that always need to be cleaned. And anytime is a good time to clean them. We have a group called the Chelmsford Cleanup Crew, and that's a group on Facebook. If you have questions or suggestions, the Chelmsford Cleanup Crew is a great place to go.
Thanks for watching the CTM NewsBreak, brought to you by Chelmsford Telemedia. If you have news we can use, contact us at newsbreak@chelmsfordtv.org. I'm Diane Sherritt-Steimel.